everyone, and welcome back to another No Man's Sky base tour video. I'm standing on the edge of a rare No Man's Sky phenomenon, two colliding planets. Come take a look at this. Such a rare and beautiful sight is truly mind-blowing, and I knew I had to build a base here as soon as I saw the community post about this location. Come and visit the place where reality is just an illusion and the universe is a hologram. Buy gold. Time and space bend and twist into unfamiliar shapes at the pinnacle of these two colliding planets. And at that pinnacle stands the Mystery Shack, the galaxy's best destination for all things weird and unknown. Only 400 units admission fee, plus an additional 400 units for designated starship parking. Portal usage may incur an extra fee. I knew as soon as I came across the colliding planets, I wanted to build a tourist trap type base, and I drew inspiration from Gravity Falls, which happens to be one of my favorite animated shows. What better place for a No Man's Sky style mystery shack than right in the middle of where the oddest phenomenon in the game occurs? This base was a challenge to plan, as the gravity right at the planet collision is very wonky, and it can get very confusing to figure out exactly what is up. I added a few Gravity Falls Easter eggs around the base for visitors to discover. You can find the Mystery Shack in the Assigntum Galaxy, planet Risham 5. Man, getting up to the peak of this spire to place a base computer was a challenge in itself. There wasn't any room to land a ship, so I had to climb up using haphazardly placed platforms all the while with dodging aggressive sentinels who occasionally blasted me right off the edge. I mean, in hindsight, I guess building on an aggressive sentinel planet was kind of a dumb idea, but it kind of adds to the mystery of the base as well, so, there's that as well. I love the color effects of chromatic planets, and I knew this would be a perfect atmosphere to build a base with a bit of an ethereal feel to it. This next base I built right after I completed the Leviathan expedition, and I felt inspired to delve deeper into the lore behind that mission. I wanted to create a remote base that would have belonged to a researcher, or maybe a mystery seeker searching for the ancient Leviathans. The board here is supposed to represent a collection of information all tied together, looking for a connection between all the documentation, sort of like piecing a trail together from scattered documents and accounts that an intrepid researcher would have found throughout the galaxy. You can't really tell from the video, but this spire is super tall, and it took me quite a while to get right up to the top to start building the base. You can find the Leviathan Hunter base in the Assigntum Galaxy on the planet Imperium. And lastly, here's an older build of mine with a fun theme that I really enjoyed creating, the Stardust Tiki Room. I really like tiki cocktails, bars, and the culture and history that surrounds them. I wanted to replicate the fun and whimsy of a classic tiki bar here in No Man's Sky, with a bit of a futuristic twist thrown throughout. Lighting and ambience was important with this build, as I really wanted to capture the almost mystical feeling of being inside and spending time in those classic tiki bars. My experience in those places is that, while inside, it almost feels like the outside world doesn't exist, and time kind of follows a very different pattern. You sort of get lost in a bit of a tropical fantasy land. Maybe that's just my experience, and I'd be curious to know in the comments if anyone else feels this way too. Making somewhat realistic looking tropical cocktails took a bit of creative thinking, and I'm really happy with how these little drinks I made around the bar turned out. The orbital update gave us a nice assortment of new building parts, and I plan on coming back to this build and adding even more details in the future. The Stardust Tiki Room is found in the Euclid Galaxy, the Tropic System, planet South Pacific. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do enjoy sharing my No Man's Sky builds with you all, and we'll be back again with more exciting base tours. This is Roaming Space Cat, signing off.